Hey there, I'm Ben, the maker of Watchdog, and over the past decade, I've managed 10 plus online communities for some of my favorite video games and products. Lucky for me, many of these communities did end up growing fast, and some of them even made money, but an equal number had severe issues with trolls and rule breakers invading and breaking all the rules. Oftentimes, these sorts of people would wait until I or a chat moderator I was working with was either asleep or not paying attention to sort of inflict maximum damage. And some of these incidents ended up being so severe that they ended up driving players away, and along with them, the revenue I had worked so hard to get. And that's why I built Watchdog, to help you avoid this exact problem and better retain your users, along with instantly catching rule breakers with the power of AI chat moderation for your Telegram community. So let me show you how it works in 2 minutes. Let's hop over to Telegram. We already have a group created, and I'm the admin of the group. So I'm going to go ahead and add Watchdog as an admin. So we're just going to click add, and then we'll search for Watchdog. So here we have Watchdog, our AI chat moderator. We're going to go ahead and click OK and add. Now that we've added him, let's give him the right permissions so he can start to enforce rules. So we can uncheck most of these, and we'll just leave delete and ban. So let's click done. Great. So he has the right permissions now. And before getting started, it's a good idea to DM the bot start, and I'll explain the reason for that. The reason for that is right here. So if you're an admin in one of the communities Watchdog is moderating, you can then get alerts about rule violations where applicable. So let's go back to the community. So here we are in our test group, and right now I'm an admin, so let's switch over to a user. So here's a user I have set up for this same test group, and just to see which sort of rules Watchdog tries to enforce by default, let's type in the rules command. And we can see by default we have some useful rules, including rules against hate speech and insulting language. So if those are good for your community, you can leave those by default, but you can also customize those easily just by sending an email after you sign up for Watchdog. But we're just going to test with these couple of rules here. So let's just try typing in a normal message. So hello, what's up? And, obviously this is a nice message. It's not going to get moderated. But if we were a bad person, we wanted to break the rules, let's try to break one of these rules. So for hate speech, let's just say, Americans are fat and stupid. And we can see instantly, Watchdog picks up the message, analyzes it, and figures out, hey, this is part of the hate speech rule that I'm trying to enforce. So it'll tell everyone, hey, I enforced some rules just now against this person. I deleted their message, I alerted the admins, and I alerted the channel. And for the admin alert, we can see how that looks like. So let's hop back over to my admin account. And you can see in the DM group with Watchdog, he'll just say, hey, a message from this person in this group violated some rules, and I enforced the punishments. And here's the original message for your records. So that's useful if you ever need to talk to somebody who claims they were banned unfairly. You can just see why they were banned in the first place. So let's go back to our test group. One thing that's interesting about this is better than a normal moderation bot that'll just look for banned words, Watchdog is able to analyze the context of the message and really understand what it's trying to convey. So you might notice that some bots use certain alternate characters to try to avoid detection. So let's do that here. And this will obviously violate the insulting language rule. But normally, if it was just a normal bot and it looked for certain words, it wouldn't pick up all these special Unicode characters. But Watchdog is able to deal with that. So let's try that out. And here, Watchdog identified, hey, even though this isn't really written in English, it's going to identify that as an insulting message, which it is. So here we saw insulting language, and the same thing happened. So that's how Watchdog works. Hope you find as much value out of it as I do. I use it to enforce rules on some of my own communities. And thank you very much for watching.